When gamers had small claim disputes, there was often no one there to determine who was right and who was wrong. Until now. This is Judge Webb's. When gamers had small claim disputes, there was often no one there to determine who was right and who was wrong. Until now.
Oh, we're back.
Bailiff.
And we are back with Super Smash Bros. Melee here at full bloom.
We've seen some great action today. We've seen a lot of
big
upsets.
upsets.
Am I just live right now? Gentlemen, I have two handsome, good-looking, sexy guys in front of me.
Correct.
Let me finish. My job here today is to help you two come to a resolution. We have our plaintiff. We have our defendant. Please.
Ludwig Ogren, Your Honor.
Ludwig Ogring,
Yeah.
our plaintiff.
Nice to meet you.
Defendant, introduce yourself.
Michael Ryan Iosu the third.
The third.
Yes.
Okay.
Is that real?
It is, yeah, actually.
Okay.
Daddy and Grandpa, both Mikes. Continue. Sorry.
Thank you. Plaintiff, please. What have you brought before me today?
Your Honor, Judge Webbs, I mean, I don't know where to start. I am owed money by the defendant, Mikey. Basically, the story is we had a money match, and the money match was to pay for dinner. And let's just say there's two parts. The first thing, I homie stalked him in Game 2 of the money match.
Game 2 of the best of
3.
Best of 3 money match.
Yes.
Okay.
To pay for dinner at Denny's. And Game 3, I SD'd at 0, and he did not homie stalk me.
What stock was this on?
This was stock, my second stock. So I went from 3 stocks to 2. Instead of, it was like 4 stocks to 3, then I went 4 to 2 because I SD'd at 0.
I see. So you're down 2 stocks at this point.
Yes, Game
Okay.
3.
Continue.
And mentally, when I saw him not homie stalk me, I was pretty clocked out. And I wasn't going to make a big fuss out of it, but then we went to Denny's, and Mikey decided it was a good time to get French toast and pancakes and the big toasted and a parfait and 2 sodas and an iced tea.
I feel like you're going to keep going. Is there anything else?
Hash browns.
Hash browns as well.
A sundae.
And a sundae.
And a steak to go.
Can I ask, what time was this dinner?
2, 3 a.m.
2, 3 a.m.?
Early a.m.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, 11 West Coast time.
Excuse me. Let the plaintiff finish.
Understood, Your Honor.
Thank you.
2 to 3 a.m., Your Honor, in this time zone.
Okay.
And I think I am deserved some money back because the bill ended up being $80 amongst 2 people.
$80
between 2
amongst
people.
2 people.
Yeah. And my dinner was only it was like $11.25. You know, tax tip maybe 15. So I think it's, especially when you consider the homie stock, I shouldn't have had to pay any of it at all.
Have you brought any receipts or proof of purchase?
Your Honor, that's a great question. I paid with cash.
You paid with cash?
Yes.
And you did not ask for a receipt?
I did not.
No receipt?
No receipt.
And you don't have anything to prove that any of this, any eyewitnesses? It's just that this is a 2-man, 2 to 3 a.m.
Yes.
$80 bill.
He can vouch. He ate it. It's in his stomach right now.
Okay. And is there anything else that you have that you're going to bring in your initial statements?
That's all.
That's all.
Your Honor.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now, before we move to the defendant, where do you think you are right now?
A courtroom, court of law.
You think you're in a court of law?
Yes.
What's in front of you?
Judge Webb's.
What is in front of you? What's on that table?
Oh, I have my hat. I have my airplane ticket, a water bottle, my GameCube controller that I played with on the day of the crime,
Okay.
and my phone.
Okay. So we're not in your bedroom. We're not in your house, right?
No.
So when you come into my courtroom, I expect you to maintain a certain level. You see where I'm going with this.
Oh.
Can you please clear off your table
Yeah.
before we...
Of course, Your Honor.
Thank you. Thank you. And, Mikey, I appreciate you're looking good over
Suck
there.
up.
You're welcome.
You're a suck up.
I don't want to hear it.
Hey, sorry.
I do not... Sorry.
Your Honor. I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Thank you.
That Mikey's a pussy suck up. I'm sorry that he is that.
The defendant?
So there's a couple of impressions that I would like to leave you with here at the end of my opening argument.
Okay.
The first one is that Ludwig is weak-minded. He's feeble. He's bad at Melee. He deserves nothing from me, ever, I think. Second one is that his character is that of a deceiver, a liar, a kleptomaniac, as you can see by the state of his table.
It's clean.
I've seen a lot of Voss bottles in his room, Your Honor. A little bit concerning. As a friend, one who I would consider a homie. But, this situation is not deserving.
Your Honor, I ask that the defendant
homie.
keeps it
Please,
to the
please,
case at
please,
hand
sir.
and not bring my home life into this.
Both of you silent right now. You'll have your chance for a rebuttal. Hey, you look at me, okay? I don't want you looking down at your table. You've already cleared it off. There's nowhere those eyes can stray to save you from this, okay? If I hear him out of line, I'll say something.
Okay.
This is, again, not your bedroom.
Yes.
This is not Slime's bedroom as much as we would all like it to be right now.
Yes.
Continue.
What I mean to say, Your Honor, is that he's brought no evidence before this court to break through the burden of proof here. You don't know how much I ate. Maybe I was hungry. Maybe that was established beforehand. Maybe Ludwig knew I was a very hungry boy with a very big appetite before he got into the money match. Just like I know how my friend Ludwig here likes to live moss every once in a while. That's the risk that you take when you step to the king. And when you step to the king when the skrill is on the line, you best not miss, Ludwig.
Okay, I'm going to stop you right there. I see you've laid out an initial defense of what you want me, how you want me to picture this gentleman in front of you. But
Right.
you have not yet addressed the claims that he has made about the homie stalking.
Right, Your Honor.
Please, what do you have to say about that?
So, I'm not of the belief that homie stalking in a money match is something that's necessary. And I think there are extenuating circumstances in this particular case as well. So, I think homie stalking in friendlies, sure, why not? Kind of useless, kind of just throwing your sock away when you're just going to play another one. In a three-man rotation, kind of makes sense. A little bit of honor involved there.
We've all watched a Mango stream.
Right, exactly. But, little bit of a different case, right? Even in tournament, there's honor on the line, right? There's a sense of sportsmanship that comes into it. We're not playing for money, clearly. Not doing super good, Ludwig in particular. But when it comes to the money match, when it comes to the food match, your boy does not mess with his dinner. So
you draw a distinction between entering a tournament, which you do pay money to enter that tournament and play in that bracket
Right.
with
True.
the potential,
Your Honor. True.
Thank
True,
you.
Your Honor.
with the potential to place top 8, to place top 6, top 4, dare I say win the tournament and take home some Skrilla. Am I not right?
Sure. I'll give
So,
you that.
I don't really see where you're coming from in regards to a difference between money matching and tournament, where you seem to draw this nebulous line of what is wrong and right versus money matching or homie stalking in a money match.
Your Honor, I'm not good at Melee. So it's a little bit different when I go to a tournament,
Objection. He
Kinda
placed
trying to-
13th at run back. He's lying.
Relax, okay?
Ooh.
Relax.
You placed 13th at run back.
DQ's involved,
13th, Your Honor.
That's definitely
do we
misleading.
have the bracket here? Can we?
I don't have
You might be good at Melee.
I beat Wobbles in the DQ round. He was disqualified.
A win is a win.
He beat Wobbles, Your Honor.
Okay. My next best win was Scape, so that's
He's
Never-
a very impressive
not,
puff, Your
not
Honor.
super
Puff.
good. No, and that brings me to
Luigi
my
does
next
okay
point.
against Puff.
That brings me to my next point. What is he doing SDing with Puff at 0? I don't even remember what happened. What were you doing, Ludwig?
Ludwig, do you have an answer to this?
I did a bin. I binned, as they say.
It was a
binned.
bit.
Binned.
I jumped 6
Or
times, and I binned, and I ran out of jumps. I'm not a great counter, Your Honor. I'm a double major. A
And-
well-studied man, but I
and
did not study math.
Double major. What was your double major?
I majored in English and journalism, Your Honor.
No math involved.
No math involved,
That's fair.
obviously.
That's fair.
So who am I? Am I supposed to be able to keep track of 6 jumps? No. Obviously not. So
Okay.
I ran out of jumps, and I fell to my death.
Does this check out?
I guess
6
so.
jumps,
I
yeah?
don't quite recall, Your Honor.
And, Your Honor, I consider Mikey to be, or I did consider him to be, a homie.
Okay. So here's what I've got so far. You homie stocked initially, right?
Yes.
It was you who first homie stocked.
Game 2.
And what is your? We've heard Mikey's take, his philosophy,
Uh-huh.
as it were, on the homie stock.
Yes.
I want to hear yours, and then I'm going to give you my ruling on how I feel about homie stocks.
Well, Your Honor, Mikey was my homie. I did give him a homie stock when he SD'd as Luigi,
Okay.
and I lost the game I homie stocked. I won game 1, proving me to be a better player in that game. I homie stocked game 2, and then when I SD'd game 3, he would have still been up a stock. And all I wanted in that moment was a homie.
What percentage were you at when you SD'd?
I was at 0, literally 0%.
0%.
0%,
And
Your
what were
Honor.
you doing losing all 6 of your jumps off stage as Puff at 0%?
Again, Your Honor, I'm not a math major. I can't claim to have been. I cannot.
He's so bad.
I cannot be expected to keep track of.
Watch it. Watch it.
I cannot be expected to keep track of my own jumps, Your Honor.
I'm not going to contest that.
It is unrealistic when you have 3 times the number of jumps as every other character.
Okay. So, you think that in tournament then, homie stocks are okay as well?
If it's a homie,
If it's a homie.
yes.
And at the time, you claim, and Mikey, whether or not you agree with this, you claim that he was your homie.
He was my top homie.
And now,
He's no longer my homie,
no
Your
longer
Honor.
your homie. And that's the way these things go, boys. This is what happens. So how I feel about homie stocking. Based on what you've both told me, I'm going to have to agree. I think homie stocking is no good. Money on the line or not, homie stocks, no good. In friendlies, if you're going to homie stock, you might as well just restart and start with 4 stocks apiece again. They are friendlies, boys. In tournament, in a dinner match, which, to my estimation, matters more than tournament. That is an immediate payout. There's immediate follow-up on the line. Homie stocking, you're there to win. That's why we play the game.
What about the exorbitant dinner charges, Your Honor?
We're getting there next. So, we now have an initial ruling. The homie stocking was not cool. However, that's okay. It was your decision not to homie stock, and it was your decision to homie stock. We can't do anything about that now. However, was there any initial talks? Did you guys come up with any decisions on how you wanted to do the dinner? Did you talk about it? Did you say Denny's beforehand? Was there maybe something cheaper at hand?
Well, this isn't the first time we've done a dinner match. And Denny's was just an off-the-cuff decision, and usually just the winner pays for the whole thing.
And this is usually how it goes.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you have no proof that this man ate all of that food,
Look at him.
ordered all of that food. I don't want to hear that. Out of
I'm a
line,
hungry
especially
boy.
from
Sorry.
a man
Have
of
it.
your,
He's not my homie, Your Honor. I'm allowed to say it.
especially from a man of your physique. I don't want to hear that kind of
Slow
talk.
metabolism, it's big bones.
I've come to a decision. You have no proof that this man ordered all that food. Not homie stocking was not cool, but despite it not being cool, there are no rules against that, boys. Therefore, I cannot award you any damages, punitive or otherwise. Case dismissed.
Your Honor, as the bailiff, I would like to call to the court the next case. This is the court of, if you'll excuse me for 1 second, the bailiff was not prepared.
He's doing his best. And we all appreciate that.
I present to you the case of Engine HR and Joe Prestigiacomo. They started a podcast, and they are currently looking for a judge to hear a case in which they sunk $300 in equipment and labor into their now defunct show. I'm going to let them take it away. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Gentlemen, before me today, I have two people, one plaintiff, one defendant. Please identify yourselves.
I'm the plaintiff, Engine HR.
Engine HR, nice to meet you. And our defendant.
I'm the defendant, Joe Prestigiacomo, a.k.a. Insula.
Okay, can I just call you Joe?
It's fine.
And can I...
Anything for you,
well,
Judge.
I'm looking for one...
Your Honor.
No, thank you. I'm looking for one syllables here. Trying to keep this quick.
Yeah.
One
H.
syllable. H. We'll go with H.
I like that.
And Joe. H, what have you brought before me today?
Your Honor, I've actually been told that it's acceptable for me to represent myself in the court of law today.
Okay.
Is that acceptable?
You may.
Okay. Your Honor, my client, the defendant, and a third party who cannot and will not be named because of the ongoing investigation of the Green River murders from 1982 to 1998.
We don't talk about
We don't
those.
talk about those.
Okay.
Still under investigation.
Okay. The three of us started a podcast in November of 2018, and it got discontinued in, I'd say, December of 2018, the same year. I invested a total of around $300 to $400 in audio equipment of the podcast, and the defendant here refused to participate in the podcast any longer, promised to pay me a third of that sum of money, and has refused to do so to this date.
So 1/3. There was 3 of you in total?
That's
were involved in
correct.
this?
That's correct.
Okay.
Correct.
3 in total. And you gave me an estimate of the total. Do you have a specific number or any facts, any evidence that you can present in support of this?
No,
Yeah.
Let-
Just no on that one.
just now.
Okay.
It was $349.99.
Sure.
That was Best Buy. You maybe call Best Buy.
I
I
don't
don't
Just
know.
any Best Buy.
Hey, we'll get to you. Okay.
Sorry. Your Honor.
Thank you. Anything else?
That'll be it.
Okay. Defendant, what do you have to say on this matter?
Your Honor, there comes a time in every man's life where he wants to start a podcast. And regardless of the means and the effort and the production required, the audio equipment, the editing, the paid video intros, all that stuff. What really matters at the end of the day is the talent, the charisma, the on-camera presence, and the professional-grade comedy bit writing that goes into a successful podcast. And you can say that you contributed $300, $400, $7,000 in audio equipment, but if you can't say that you contributed your heart and soul into the podcast, your invaluable podcasting talent, then what did you contribute?
So are you making the claim that your contribution of talent, writing, charisma, stop me,
As you can see.
you're saying that those are equal to your 1/3 share?
Or more.
Or
Or
more.
possibly more. There's a
you-
countersuit process, if you would allow me. There's a countersuit process in civil law that would allow me to actually countersue the plaintiff in the amount of
Rejection, Your Honor.
Let him finish.
in the amount of whatever you deem necessary if you were to grade my charisma and value it at a certain amount, and possibly watch episodes of the Stitch Face podcast, and you were to grade and value my labor that I put into it, most of the bits were written by me, I might present a countersuit to you, Your Honor.
Okay. Now, may, are
In
you
your
prepared
in your
today
estimation.
to bring a countersuit?
Your
Yes
Honor,
or no?
I think I have the balls too.
I need a yes or a no on this right now.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Then, before you bring your countersuit, do you have any responses to this?
Let me just pull up some of the bits.
Your Honor, we do not need to go into the specific.
No, this is the specific. This is what you're defending yourself on. Stop me if I'm wrong.
Technically, yes.
We need to see the bits.
Let me just explain some of the bits that he brought to the table.
Very well.
An alternate reality where you have to kiss your opponent after a set instead of nuxing them.
Okay.
A questionable joke about the shizwiz that is, I'm not going to mention.
Say no more, please.
Your Honor.
Those are just some of the
You're
bits.
out of line. You keep yourself quiet while. Wait, do you have more?
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
I don't have more, but I'm
Okay.
just saying those are some
Those
of
are the only two bits I contributed.
What did I just say?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Go ahead.
I'm going to hold you in contempt of court if you keep this up. Do you
Sorry, Your
understand?
Honor. Yes, sir. Your Honor.
Thank you.
These are some of the invaluable bits that he brought to the table, things that we can't even use.
Neither of
We
these.
used one.
That's the last. That's the last time
Your Honor, I'm sorry.
I'm going to ask you. I have the bailiff right there. Do you see how thoroughly jacked and ripped this man is?
He could punch
I
your
do,
teeth
sir.
out.
He
He
is
could punch your
actually-
teeth
he-
out individually, one by one.
He,
Bam, bam.
he is ripped,
and he
sir.
will. I've seen him.
Your
do it.
Honor, he is ripped.
Thank you.
I will admit.
Okay. Now, please.
Let's see what else.
Was that it? Was that your
Joe
response to
has
the-
his laptop out for the first half of the podcast and says he needs to leave to go to the bathroom in the middle. And then we secretly look through his browser history and discover unspeakable things.
Okay. How
That
is
is
this
a bit I
related?
wrote.
This is a bit you wrote.
That is correct.
Oh, okay. That's actually pretty funny.
Thank you,
No,
Your
no.
Honor.
That-
Exactly,
that
Your
one's
Honor.
not so
That
bad,
is my
actually.
point, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. So we've reached through the first part here. You're saying nowhere near what he's contributed.
Nowhere near, yeah.
And
nowhere
you
near.
are seeking what in damages? Just
349.69.
so you're seeking the full amount now,
Yes. Your Honor.
based on because initially you told me that you had agreed to pay a third each, right? And 349.99 was or was not the total for all the equipment.
It was, but the emotional trauma that he's caused me and the legal fees having to come, and I have to pay for myself, who's
Sure,
my
you are
own
representing yourself.
my own representative.
Yeah, and you, as I understand, you have a very
I'm
high
actually
retainer.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes. I'm on
also.
retainer, and I'm very, very hefty hourly pay.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
actually quite ridiculous.
Okay.
But yeah, so I'm suing him for the full amount.
Okay, the full amount. And we've got your bits now. You think that not only do you not have to pay this man restitution for the emotional, the traumatic experience he's had at the hands of your terrible bits, but you think that your bits are not only not terrible, but so good that he owes you money for having written them, despite never having produced any of them.
No, I produced them.
Oh, some of them were
Yeah,
produced.
no, all of them. No, they were. So what do you mean by produced? I wrote them.
Right.
Were they ever
I
introduced
understand
into the
there was a month
podcast?
of podcast. Was there not?
That's more or less irrelevant to the case,
So
I
do
believe,
we
Your
have
Honor.
do we have one bit from the podcast that we could see today?
We. So, Your Honor, as the defendant, after my summons to court, I did, in fact, prepare a hefty body of evidence to submit to the jury and yourself.
Very well.
However, in the course of participating in this tournament, there may have been some damages to my laptop, which carried the evidence. And
you've got
so
nothing for me today.
I don't have nothing. I don't have any physical evidence.
Your Honor, this
Okay, here's what I'm going to do, okay? I think I've got a pretty good picture, the whole view here, all right? I think the $349.99 might be asking a little bit much.
Yes, absolutely.
However, I
Well-
have not seen anything, not only for you to not have enough evidence to bring a countersuit, but to weasel your way out of paying your 1/3. Now, you have one chance to to try to just come clean on this. If you
Okay.
can make me laugh really hard right now, I will waive your fees. You have 20 seconds. 19. 15 seconds. 10.
Tell him how good you were doing at Ultimate.
I'm not laughing.
Your Honor.
The gavel's in my hand,
Um,
and that's it. You are ruled to pay 1/3 of the fees owed for purchases made for the purposes of the Stitch Face podcast. H, you are hereby awarded that money. Please, gentlemen, see yourselves out of the courtroom.
thank you, Your Honor.
And no handshake.
The court would like to thank you for one. The bailiff in particular would like to thank you for explaining and remarking on how Jack the bailiff is. The bailiff really appreciates that for his self-image. The court would like to summon our next case. This is the case of Vish versus Ludwig Anders Gaming.
We have Ludwig again. Ludwig, once again, is he the plaintiff or the defendant this time?
Ludwig is once again the defendant, or were he the plaintiff last time?
He were the plaintiff.
I do not know. Vish is currently gathering his evidence. I'm going to fix the microphone because the bailiff is also a technical.
Your Honor.
The bailiff is not only jacked and
oh.
tan and ripped and smart, but also a technical wizard.
Thank you, Your Honor. That means so much to the bailiff and his parents.
Your Honor, I'd like to fight the bailiff after the court session, if that's okay.
Here's Vish. Thank you, Your Honor.
One moment. Here we are, gentlemen.
Good evening, Your Honor.
Good evening, Ludwig.
Good evening, Your
You're
Honor.
back once more.
I'm not happy to be here again, but I'm forced to be as a defendant.
Shocker.
Okay.
Shocker that Ludwig is here again.
So, once more, I have two incredibly handsome, beautiful gentlemen in front of me.
Let's make that 3 with you, Judge Webbs.
Well,
Your Honor.
now, you. Anyway. This time, Ludwig Ogren appears as the defendant.
Yes.
Vish, I don't know your last name, appears as the plaintiff. Sorry, Vish. I do apologize. But please, take it away. What do you have for us today, Vish?
Okay. Your Honor, people of Full Bloom 5.
Of which there are many who are all raptly paying attention to this proceeding.
Very much invested in this.
Yes.
During the roast of Hugo Gonzalez, there was a joke that Hugo had used that Ludwig is claiming is defamatory towards his image and person. Now,
Okay.
I used that same joke, statement, I should say, not joke, sorry, retracted. I used that same statement.
Stricken from the record.
Thank you, during Smash Summit. Now, let it be known, I was not the one that first made this comment, and secondly, I was only using this comment when he brought up Popeyes and bathrooms and things that we should not speak about in this particular juncture.
I think we all know what we're talking about
Right,
here, though.
right.
Your Honor, they're called references. I was referencing.
We'll get to you in a moment, Ludwig.
Yeah.
Yes. So,
Continue, Vish.
I believe that Ludwig may have certain biases versus certain types of people.
Your Honor, objection.
And this was first portrayed by Hugo Gonzalez, a very honorable man and a noteworthy person in the Smash community that has known Ludwig for longer than any of us have.
Objection.
So that
What's your objection?
I haven't known him longer than anyone else has.
name one person that you've known longer in here in this 3 people.
The bailiff. Are you not counting the bailiff in the courtroom?
Look, he's not involved right now. Don't bring in the bailiff. The bailiff is doing his own thing. Don't bring in the bailiff. He has a lot more things that are more important than Ludwig.
All right, guys, that's enough. Too much squabbling. I need to get this courtroom under control.
Fair.
Do you have anything else you're bringing before us for evidence here today, Vic?
I have 2 exhibits that I believe will show, without a doubt, the character of Ludwig and these biases that I am.
And you have actual physical
I have
evidence.
evidence. I have
This is
Exhibit
the
A
first
and Exhibit
case
B.
where we have actual evidence.
Yes.
Please approach and present the evidence.
May I approach, Your Honor?
You may.
Okay. Should I also show it to the camera?
Show it to me first.
I'll show it to
we'll
you
figure
first.
something
Okay.
out.
So I'm going to bring out the first exhibit, Exhibit A.
Very well.
This is a tweet from Ludwig. This is a tweet from Ludwig.
The bailiff will approach. He will
Okay,
bring it.
okay. This is a tweet from Ludwig.
Tweet a lot of things, bailiff.
So, noteworthy. Yes, this is the tweet. If you can zoom in on that, slime bailiff. So this
You will
is
refer to him as the bailiff.
the bailiff. This is Ludwig's own list of hottest Smash Ultimate characters.
Yes.
Unprompted, he posted this on Twitter. Now, let's zoom in on S tier rank number 1. S tier rank number 1. Look at what kind of person that person is. This is Zero Suit Samus. Blonde hair, blue eyes, Caucasian.
Objection, Your
Wait,
Honor.
whoa.
He's also missing fat ass.
Whoa. Okay, and fat ass. Fine. We'll take
Sustained.
that. We'll take that.
Or no,
Now-
not the sustained. I do not sustain that. No, I do sustain that objection.
Yeah, sustain that
I forget
shit.
how objections work.
You
That's cool.
sustain
But I
if you
want
agree.
that on the record.
Get sustained, dog.
I want that on the
Get
record.
That's
sustained.
good for me.
That's good for
Oh,
him. Yeah.
damn it. All right. Now, okay, so you have that in mind. Blonde, blue eyes, and blonde hair, blue eyes, Caucasian.
Fat ass.
And
Now look at the last ranking on that list. F tier last. Who is it? It is Game & Watch. What are...
Okay.
What are Game & Watch's defining traits, Ludwig? Ludwig Ogren Gamer.
Two-dimensional.
You don't
That's
have to
his
answer
defining
that.
character.
You don't have to answer that.
Okay.
This is still within the preliminary period. You're just presenting. in
I'm
front
just
of me.
presenting
You-
that.
okay.
So-
he is not on the stand. You may not question him.
Right. Okay, fair enough.
Continue.
So the top tier that Ludwig has chosen, Caucasian, blonde, blue eyes.
We got the idea, Vish.
The
Continue.
bottom tier, Game & Watch.
Your Honor, objection. I would like him to clarify what he means by Game & Watch.
Sustained. Vish.
Game & Watch is a ethnic character in the roster. Quite possibly the most ethnic character.
Objection, Your Honor. What ethnicity is Game & Watch? I would like that clarified.
I would too, actually.
Based on the information that I have, I would say that Game & Watch is probably of the descent of African American or somewhere around there. Perhaps Middle Eastern, perhaps Hispanic, but nevertheless.
Objection, Your Honor. It doesn't seem like he's entirely sure the ethnicity of Game & Watch.
But I didn't rank this person F bottom.
What did I say, guys? Stop asking him questions. This is your preliminary presentation.
Fair.
Do you have anything else for me?
That is it.
That's it?
Right.
You have another piece of evidence?
I do
or-
have a second piece of evidence, but
you
do we
holding that,
do we
or-
go over this one first, or do we?
I mean, you're the plaintiff here. You're right. You're trying to bring.
Show it.
everything
I'm
that
not
you have.
scared.
Okay. All right, and in Exhibit B.
Exhibit B.
So then we'll go over Exhibit A later. You'll
Isn't
question
this
him. Yeah. But then you'll, okay.
yeah,
All right.
you
all
go through it,
One by one.
and you will refer to me.
Bailiff.
But Your Honor.
Thank you.
Your Honor. I'm so sorry.
That's
the handsome Judge Webbs. I'm so sorry. This is Exhibit B.
Okay. What is this?
This is Exhibit B.
Bullshit.
This is a tournament that Ludwig Ogren has done himself. This is the tournament that he hosted, put up his own money, decided to do whatever he wanted on his stream.
Yeah.
Correct. Now, if you could, or I can try to do it from here. These are the commentators that he chose. So from what I see, it's Chroma, Mikey, Jackzilla, Atrioc, Ginger, what's the last one? Slime, and Toph. Now, what do all of these people have in common? Despite the wide variety of people we have in the Smash community, these are the people you've chosen. Even in your own region of SoCal, you have Hugs, you have me, you have Mike Hayes, you have a plethora of people, and these are the people you have chosen for your commentary schedule at LCS. And I might add that I was only invited to commentate that event when I could impersonate Leffen, who is also similar to the other people mentioned. Only if I were to impersonate someone that he deems worthy.
Wow.
Would I be allowed on his prestigious tournament?
Your Honor, don't know if that's entirely true.
Vish, do you have any other evidence to present before us today?
I have one more piece of evidence I could.
We do have an Exhibit C.
Exhibit C.
You got 3 exhibits?
I'm going to stop it at C, but I will allow a C.
This is a photo. Bailiff, if you will.
Bailiff.
One last piece. This is just just a tweet that Ludwig has shown.
Your Honor, it's a tweet from Ludwig that says, "Fuck Zane."
That's all? Can I get a date and a
That's
time?
the whole
Can I get a
tweet.
date and a time on that tweet, please?
November 20th, 2018. That's the whole tweet is what he said, Your Honor. Those are exhibits A through C, and I believe
Don't know what that has to do with anything.
that they prove,
Your Honor.
without a doubt, the character of this man here today.
And so what is the basis of this suit that you are bringing against Ludwig Ågren today?
So at Smash Summit, I called this man a racist, which I echoed from Hugo Gonzalez. And he believes that this is defamatory and not in factual basis. And I believe there's factual basis for this.
Are you seeking some sort of reparations, punitive action,
I am seeking
punitive action or something along those lines?
that this guy buy me a Popeyes dinner for the harm he has caused to the Smash community.
So you're seeking
One Popeyes dinner.
Do you have a specific item?
4-piece dinner with 2 sides and as many sauces that I can have.
Which sides?
2 mashed potatoes.
2 mashed potatoes.
2 mashed potatoes, and you get a biscuit, and I'll get a sweet tea as well.
That sounds pretty good, actually.
Sounds pretty good, yeah.
Okay.
That's
sounds
what I'm
pretty
seeking.
good.
Your Honor.
Thank you.
Your Honor. And if it's okay, I would love to share that. If I were to win.
I'm not going to tolerate this.
Fair.
Thank you. Ludwig,
Your Honor, I am counterclaiming or countersuing.
we're bringing a countersuit today.
Yes,
Very well.
because all of Vish's claims are slanderous and have costed me severe risk, monetary value to my only livelihood of being an online personality, and I'm countersuing for one tweet that exonerates me of all previous claims on Vish's primary account.
Do you have that tweet with you right now?
I'm requesting that if I win, he tweets out
Oh, I see.
Ah.
That's what you're seeking.
that I am not racist and, in fact, very unracist, or whatever the proper nomenclature is.
Well, we're going to stick
Funny
with
he doesn't know
unracist,
that. Funny
actually.
he doesn't know the nomenclature.
I cannot claim to have received a great education from Arizona State University, Your Honor. They have a very high acceptance rate. It was the only school I got into.
That's fair. Okay, so first we're going to deal with his initial claims.
Yes.
I need you to go through. We're going to start, once again, A. Exhibit A.
Your Honor, there is one thing that the top of the S tier and the bottom of the F tier have in common, and it is their curves. And if you look at Zero Suit Samus, as you sustained, she has a fat ass.
I do sustain that.
And if you look at a 2-dimensional character, he has no ass. Why? Because he's 2-dimensional. And Game & Watch comes in a variety of colors. A diverse palette, some would say. All of them rank in the F tier.
Oh. Whoa.
All costumes
Whoa.
rank in the F tier.
Whoa.
All costumes.
Whether it is white or black or any other color.
Okay. Let's go through some of these other top-tier characters you have here.
Yes, sure.
So we're starting with Zero Suit Samus.
yes,
Thick.
thick.
Snake.
Oh, dummy.
In Ultimate?
Has the wagon.
In Ultimate?
Yeah, okay, they knocked him down from being...
I'm talking to Ludwig here.
All right, fair.
Thank
They
you.
knocked him down, Your Honor, but he still has the wagon.
Sustained. Bayonetta.
Wagon.
Captain Falcon.
I mean, come on.
Yeah,
Your
I don't
Honor,
know
come
why I
on.
said that.
Jesus.
Palutena.
Easy.
Ike.
Come on.
Rosalina.
Woohoo.
Cloud.
Your Honor, he has certain costumes that cut up high on the arms. Very nice biceps.
Sustained. Donkey Kong.
Thick.
Incineroar.
Dummy thick. Built like a triangle.
Incineroar.
Yes, he's a literal triangle, Your Honor. And he has fire that shoots out of his dick.
He does have fire that shoots out of his dick. Okay. On Exhibit A, I side with Ludwig. Exhibit B.
Exhibit B was the commentators. I believe.
Chroma, Mikey, Jack, Atrioc, Ginger, Slime, Toph.
Well, Toph is from Asian descent, Your Honor.
That is true.
But may I speak, Your Honor?
You may.
How much Asian descent is he?
I don't want to quantify that, Your Honor. I don't think that's necessary.
Do you know?
He is half Asian, half Caucasian.
Okay. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1/14
Don't think we need to fraction it out, Your Honor.
of ethnic
What I
descent.
will say, Your Honor, is that all white commentators aren't good at Melee and thus could not be participants in my tournament.
Sustained.
And I had other people who participated as players in my tournament who could have commentated, but they were so good at the game that I couldn't have them do commentary.
Exhibit B stricken from the record.
But the other portion of that was why was I brought on as Leffen
Do you have a
instead
response
of
to this?
being a commentator?
Do you have a response to this?
He was flying to Singapore. I asked him to commentate. He said he was
You
not
did
available.
not ask me to commentate?
I asked him
That's
to
a
commentate.
lie. That
Do-
is a lie.
Do you have evidence?
Do you have evidence that you asked me to commentate?
The burden of proof's on you.
That's not how this
You're
goes.
the plaintiff.
Actually, that is true. The burden
There
of
is
proof-
no evidence that shows that you asked me to commentate.
Were you flying to Singapore the day of the event?
The day after the event.
The day of the event. You were in the
I was
airport
in
when I
Singapore
called in.
during the event.
Yes.
You recorded the
We
the
barely had good connection.
When you hear the gavel, you know what that means, right?
I apologize, Your Honor.
Thank you. So, you were flying to Singapore the day of or the day after the
The
event?
day before the event, he
The day-
recorded the portion that he needed. and
From
the-
you.
Yes, and
Because
the day
he
of
would
the
be
event,
flying the day of the event, so I recorded it beforehand.
Did
And-
he explicitly ask you to do the Leffen voice?
He did. And he did not ask me to do commentary.
Now, what I will say, Leffen is half Korean.
Correct.
I'm going to go ahead and strike Exhibit B from the record.
Okay.
Exhibit C, what was it again?
The tweet that just said "fuck Zane."
Ludwig, do you have any explanation for this?
Absolutely. Zane, at Beyond the Summit, lost to Hungrybox.
Yes.
And on the couch, after losing, said to me that it was my fault because I warmed him up. Naturally. Actually, so that got me heated up.
Okay.
But then we were playing Mafia, and he was very drunk, and he ended up sleeping. So I just threw out a fuck Zane, because they were chanting fuck Zane, I believe, at the time, Your Honor.
Actually, I think I remember that from the live broadcast.
Yeah.
We might be able to pull up the tapes on
But
that.
I was playing, I said no to warming him up originally, and I said I wouldn't warm up anyone during the event because I was working there, and then I changed my mind because I like Zane, Your Honor.
Vish,
So you only tweeted that out because
Because it was a chant. It was like a thing.
I don't remember that chant. But
Vish,
okay.
you brought forward this evidence without any indication that you knew why he had tweeted "fuck Zane."
I did not know why he tweeted that statement.
Is this a satisfactory explanation for you?
I was there and I did not hear a chant of that manner.
Your Honor, Vish was very drunk as well.
Hey.
That's
Hey.
probably true.
Hey.
That's probably-
Hey, whoa.
That's probably
Hey,
true.
whoa.
And I would
Okay.
like to file my counterclaim.
Okay.
Vish's claims have caused great damage to my livelihood of Twitch streaming. Many people have come into my stream and claimed the same claims that Vish has claimed, creating a uncomfortable environment for myself and people watching, causing me likely millions of dollars. Now, I will not request that Vish pay those millions, but I do request that he tweets out to exonerate any claims he has made in the past.
And do you have any evidence to support any of these claims?
Yes, my Discord.
Your Discord.
Yes.
What specifically about your Discord?
People like to repeat things that Vish have said. I don't think they're appropriate to say in the courtroom.
So you can't present that evidence today.
I could in confidence, Your Honor, but I would not like to divulge the names of people on a private Discord to the public.
So it sounds to me like you have brought a countersuit unprepared to my courtroom.
I do have one exhibit, Your Honor.
You do have one exhibit. He's got the phone. Vish, I don't think I'm going to side with you on the Popeyes, unfortunately.
That is unfortunate.
However, you do have a chance for me to get that Popeyes in this case.
For you to get the Popeyes? All right. I'll see how this goes.
Stay with me.
I'll stay with you.
Okay. Ludwig, you're running out of time here. What is this?
That's a picture of me and my stepfather.
This is you and your stepfather.
Yes.
And why is this significant?
He's my family.
And
He is African American. It's hard to see from far away.
it's kind of hard.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's zoom in on this here.
And that is my evidence that I am, of course, not racist.
That is bad evidence.
That's don't talk to Peter like that, Your Honor.
It's nothing to do with him. It's the way you presented it.
That's all I had on hand, Your Honor.
In light of this evidence, I am going to actually side with Vish.
Just seems unfair.
Ludwig,
Yeah.
you owe Vish. What was the
Popeyes, 4-piece Popeyes
with
two
mashed
mashed potatoes, and then a bunch of like sauces and whatnot, like a little sweet heat, a little blackened ranch.
I don't want to see you running that bill up, but
No, that's it.
all
That's
the
it, Your
same,
Honor.
Ludwig, you are hereby sentenced to pay for
Okay.
Vish's Popeyes,
Thank
which
you.
we all know he loves very much.
I love Popeyes. Thank you very much, Honorable Judge Webbs.
Wow.
Thank
Thank
you
you, Your
for
Honor.
coming here today.
Yeah.
And also, you guys are homies, so I would like to see you shake hands right now as well. No hard feelings. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Terrible evidence, Ludwig. On Twitter. Oh, I can hear myself again. Could they hear me before?
Your Honor, as you can see, the court has crumbled technically.
Yes.
Something has happened and something is wrong. Luckily, we got through all the cases that we had for court today. Thank you so much. Your words mean so much to all of us in this court. Thank you all for joining us at the court, especially Your Honor. If you would please say a few words to the stream, and then we'll all go to sleep together.
Together, definitely. Yes. And, of course, bailiff, excellent job keeping our, unfortunately, for unusually very rowdy plaintiffs and defendants. They were out of line
They're
today.
so out of line and rowdy.
Very much so.
They're so loud.
Scared me a little bit, to be
Yeah.
honest. But you did an excellent work today. Stream, thank you for tuning in. Like I said before, could they have heard? Could they hear me when I couldn't hear anything?
No, not really.
They couldn't?
No, we stopped the stream and started it again.
So we're live now.
We're live now.
Judge Webb's
really choppy.
courtroom is filmed in front of a live studio audience. All of the rulings you see and hear today are real. They are paid out. None of our plaintiffs or defendants are paid actors. And Judge Webb's is very sleepy.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. And thank you, everyone, for tuning in.